Today we're going to show you how to make Cajun red beans and rice. Today we're going to show you how to make Cajun red beans and rice. Oh my goodness, look at it. I'm holding the Trinity right here in my hand. Peppers, onions, celery, and andouille sausage. Please let us know if you have any comments about this show or any questions about this particular dish or other dishes. And please stick around to the end of this video because you're going to want to see all the tips we got to share with you. I'm Chef Donald McMillan, and we're so happy to be here. And let us know if you have any other comments, okay? Now, let's get started to make Cajun red beans and rice. Here's the ingredients. Andouille sausage, the Trinity, peppers, onions, celery, red beans, cooked rice, my special Cajun spice blend. You can get this on our other video. Please check it out. And, you know, it wouldn't be Cajun without garlic. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. First of all, I want to cut up my vegetables. So here's how we're going to do that. I have here celery. I washed it off really good, and now I'm going to dice it. Watch how I dice my celery. Cut it down the center like this, and then cut each piece down again. Look, just so easy. Easy peasy. Now, I could cut it from one end to the other. I'm going to show you how to save some time. First of all, hold the knife correctly. 4 fingers there, thumb there on the bowl. Cut the celery in half and then bring it together like this. And we're going to go ahead and slice. Now watch my fingers. My knuckles are curved. My fingers are recessed. And just cut like that. The knife is rotating on my knuckle. Look. This is the way you dice vegetables professionally. And also how you protect your most important tools, your 2 hands. You'll hear me say that over and over again. I still have my hands. Look, been cooking for a long time. Garlic. Okay, what we're going to do with garlic, make a few slices that way, turn it around a few slices this way. Same thing, do it a little bit more like this. We're using fresh garlic. I choose to do that because it has more flavor. And of course, flavor is very important. By the way, while I'm cutting this up, if you get garlic all over your hands, you can get the smell off really easy by just washing your hands with some stainless steel. You have spoons like that, a stainless steel spoon, or even your stainless steel faucet, soap and water, and then just rinse it off and it will neutralize any offensive odors such as garlic, onions, fish. Okay, good to know, right? Okay, onions, gotta have some onions, right? Look at this, this is where the flower is and that's where the root. We're gonna cut that part of the root and we're going to cut off the flower part. Now, I'm going to take my onion and see where my root is. I'm going to place my knife right there, going from the north to the south pole. Divide the onion into 2 pieces. Peel off the outside 1 or 2 layers of the onion skin. Comes off very easy like that. And then after I have the onion skin peeled off, my next job is to look where the root is, make an invisible line on this side of the root, turn the onion so it's facing me, put the point where that invisible line is, and then just make a series of slices by just putting the point there and bring it forward. And then turn your onion a 1/4 turn and make vertical slices down again. And then when you get to that invisible line, flip it over, cut around the root, and we're going to throw the root away because it has done its job, and now we have a diced onion. Next thing I want to show you, bell pepper. Take the crown and cut right through the crown like this. Pop your fingers through the inside and save the top. Some people I know throw these away. Don't do that. That's wasteful. And then put your 2 fingers into the pepper and remove out the seed. Now, I've been told by nutritionists you can actually eat these. You can slice it up and chew them up, and they're very nutritional. So I'm not saving them, but you could, or you could even plant the seeds and grow your own pepper plants. However, I now have 100% of the edible, cookable part of the bell pepper. My next job is to dice it. I'm going to cut the bottom off here, and then cut right through the center and cut out the ribs. Now, you can leave them in if you like. I find that sometimes they get a little bit chewy, so it's easier for me just to cut them out and put them there in my bin. Now, I'm going to make a series of slices this way, and have you noticed that I am cutting the pepper from the inside out? You know why? The outside of the pepper has food wax on it. And because the food wax is on that, it makes it a little bit more difficult to cut. So I find that it's easier for me to just do it this way and then slice it like that. Smoked andouille sausage. Okay? So because it's smoked, it's already pre-cooked. If you're using raw andouille sausage, I strongly suggest that you cook it a little, brown it a little bit more earlier, okay? Because you want it to be done. So I'm slicing at an angle, and why am I slicing at an angle? Because I want you to see the sausage when it's cooking, as opposed to just chopping it up. You could do that if you wish, but this is kind of an entree meal, right? So our center of the plate, so to speak, is the sausage. And boy, is this flavorful sausage. You can get some really wonderful ones. So now we're going to cook all these ingredients. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's turn on our fire. Make sure we've got a nice flame going. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of oil, probably about 2 tablespoons of olive oil will be in there. That should about do it for now. Let's go ahead and coat the bottom of our pan. And then I'm going to place my sausage in there to get a little bit of a brown on it. Why do I want it brown? Because it has a wonderful color and people like to just bite into it. So I'm looking at giving it a really nice bite. Now this andouille sausage is a really good brand of andouille sausage. You can see the pieces of tasso. You know what tasso is? Tasso is spiced ham. Spiced ham out of Louisiana. Okay, big pieces are in there. And of course we can see a little bit of the red. We know there's some Cajun sized spices in there. We're going to add some of our own as well, but we want to just get a nice little flavor going on that. Okay, now our andouille sausage is brown on both sides. Remember I was telling you about texture and color, and that's what we attained by just browning it off here in our pan. So now let's go ahead and remove it. And these juices that are in there, because there's some of them escape from the sausages, we're going to use some of that to cook our vegetables in there. So let me go ahead and get all of these out, put them off to the side. I don't need to cook the sausage anymore until I put the rest of the vegetables in there. Okay, and let's see how much fat I've got in there. Let's take a little bit of it out, okay? And then we'll just use it again. I just want barely enough to cover the bottom. I'm going to place all of my vegetables except for the garlic, because garlic tends to burn really easy. I don't want to burn anything yet. So in goes my onions, my bell peppers, and my celery. Again, the garlic is going to go in just a little bit. Let's give this a nice little stir. And those bits and pieces you see on the bottom of the pan, can you see that? That's not burnt. That's the sugar that came out of the sausages. It's also the protein that came out of the sausages. We're incorporating that back into our dish because everything we do is about flavor. You know that, right? Everything is about the flavor, and there cannot be a more flavorful cuisine in the United States than Cajun cuisine. That is just loaded with flavor. Or we like to call it umami now. Okay, that's that sixth sense that you know it's just so good. All right, we're gonna cook this a little bit more. I want my onions to get soft as well, because I'm going to be adding in the other ingredients and cook them some more. I can see the juices now coming out of the vegetables, and as they're coming out, they're hitting the bottom of the pan, they're caramelizing, the natural sugars are working in there, and we are layering on the flavors, my friends. We're layering them on, one after the other, okay? We've got the wonderful oil, we've got the great sausages, and now we have the wonderful vegetables that are just contributing to this great dish that is so mouth-watering. You want to eat it before it's done, but we're going to wait. We're going to wait because we are patient, because we know that's a virtue, right? All right, in goes our garlic now. And that's going to cook for about another minute, okay? As I said earlier, when you're making this dish, you know it's going to be Cajun. There got to be some garlic in there. Now, you may have also noticed that I didn't put any extra hot pepper because I know my andouille sausage has a little kick to it, and I'm going to add some of my Cajun spice, and I definitely know that has a nice little kick to it too. But first of all, I want to get my garlic cooked for about another minute. No more than 2 is all it's going to need. Look how this dish is coming together. It looks so beautiful. Smells so good. All right. So now is the time. Our garlic's been cooking a little bit more than a minute. I'm going to add in my red beans. I'm going to add in a couple of bay leaves. Some of my wonderful Cajun spice mix that we showed you how to make in a previous video. You definitely want to click into that. And let me go stir these around, make them happy. Okay? They're just picking up flavor upon flavor upon flavor. Oh my word. This is so good. Let's cook this down just a little bit, and then we're going to add in our rice and throw in our sausages back in there. What you talking about? All right. So now our rice is going to be added in just a second. I'm just checking to be sure everything's nice and happy in there. We're bringing the dish to a bubble. So now I add in my 2 cups of white rice. Whoa, this is so good. So good, so good. Let's give it a nice little stir. Make them all happy. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, in goes the sausage. Wow. Now let's stir in that. Now this is a one-dish meal. I'm telling you. It beats any other potluck or church dinner that you ever been to. This is where it's happening. Let's get every grain of rice in there flavored with this wonderful essence. We've got so many good things going on, all willing to share. Okay, and here's our red beans and rice. And please, if you enjoy this, subscribe to my channel. I really like that. Leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Love to respond to you, okay? And of course, if you like our cooking video, be sure to watch the rest of them. We've got so many good ones coming up. This is our Cajun red beans and rice, and it is simple and delicious, okay? Wow, now let's just garnish this because we're ready. Dig in. What a meal. Parsley. Let's put a little bit of fresh chopped parsley right on the top. Cajun red beans and rice. It don't get better than this.